Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. I got a crazy case. I think it's defamation, but I don't think it's defamation. It could be protection order. It's probably more protection order than defamation, but there's also a tiny piece of subset thrown in this weirdness, but not a lot. You'll see, it's crazy. I did just try to bump the audio up so we can hear him better. We can hear the judge and we can hear her fine most of the time. You'll see, they walk away from the camera. Oh my gosh, KC, hi. All right. Let's start with this one. This is just a short one. This is how it should go. This is how short court should go. This is every court case.
I made a lined copy of the calendar call so that you could see what numbers are which.
Okay, that's very helpful.
Hadaway.
Anybody,
I thought that was cute.
just pick one. We're wasting sunshine. Got a lot to do. We might as well get started. Ms. Wilson.
He's showing her a cat picture on his phone, I think. A little cat picture.
I spoke to him last night.
You know, I wasn't privy to that conversation, so I don't know. You might want to go call him.
I don't think we have a regular motion calendar for tomorrow. Do we? Do you have?
I think there were a few mixed.
I got 3 calendars up. I got 2 for tomorrow.
There was at least one revocation that was supposed to be tomorrow, Jessica, that we moved to today.
Somebody got paperwork on Mr. Hadaway.
How did we get a motion?
They just got it somehow. I don't know how it got so confused.
It's
Their whole day was like this. It was very, very chaotic. They couldn't find any paperwork.
let me see if you can just.
All right, are you Mr. Jason Hadaway?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hadaway, you were convicted here in this court for burglary in the first degree back on February 13th, 2015. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Had a split sentence, apparently 4 to serve, followed by the balance on probation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then the end date, they tell me, would be June 9th of 2033. So you've got about 8 years and 10 months left on that sentence.
Yes, sir.
Apparently you've had multiple prior revocations. You had a revocation back in 2017. RSAT suspended on completing Hudson Hill. Then in July of 2019, another RSAT suspended upon completion of the DRC program. Then in October of 2019, a DRC sanction because you tested positive for cocaine. November of 2019, RSAT suspended upon completion, and again, another completion of an inpatient rehab. And August of 23, there was a waiver because of restitution, apparently. And then in October of 2023, another revocation, but you were allowed then to enter the forge for a minimum of 9 months. They now allege that you violated the terms and conditions of probation by committing the new offense of unlawfully purchasing a controlled substance. You've not been paying your restitution as ordered, and you have been dismissed from the program for violation of their rules. You're here today with your attorney, Ms. Payne. Ms. Payne, what is your announcement?
For admission.
Your lawyer says you admit the violations. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Argument?
Well, Your Honor, reading through this petition, I
was honestly shocked at how far he's gotten without going to prison and how far he's gotten with inpatient rehabs, considering he's been to 3 and has been dismissed from all of them. He simply just refuses to do what he's told. He refuses to stop using drugs, and he refuses to do as the court instructs him. So the state is asking to revoke 5 years to prison, and I believe all conditions have already been made special in a prior revocation.
Yes. Ms. Payne?
Your Honor, Mr. Hadaway says that he completed the Hudson Hill treatment and he's completed RSAT once previously. According to Mr. Hadaway, he has since the dismissal from the Forge talked back with Mr. George, and that Mr. George is willing to let him come back for a 24-month program, and that's what the defendant is requesting, Your Honor. Or he just said, or RSAT.
Yeah, well, have you read the last revocation notation?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hadaway and I discussed that on Monday.
This is a type C sentence.
It is.
All right. The balance is revoked to the penitentiary without parole.
Yes, Your Honor. Can we get James Atkins next?
They just completely ignored him. Like, he's going to jail for 8 years now, no parole. The lawyer didn't even turn to him and say, I tried, or blah, 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 blah. Can we get James Atkins next? He didn't even know what to do. Imagine if all of like the parole violation of the probation violation people had that same judge. Go to jail. You had your chance. All right, now we're going to get into this defamation, guys. I tried to bump the sound up. So it starts here. They come in around here. But the judge forgot to turn the mic on. I hope it's not too loud. It sounds like it's going to be really loud. So they're talking. This is her. And this is him. He might be the sov sit, but that doesn't come out. Like, he doesn't sov sit this whole case. Don't worry. Well, unfortunately. I'm scared this might be loud now. It sounds like it's going to be loud. He forgot to turn the mic on, but he will in just a sec. Come on, Judge, turn the mic on. There we go. I think.
What does that have to do? That is
There.
Tag Sentenceville, tag Tenor, tag self-defense, tag woman supporting woman.
okay. Yes, but what does that have to do with you? That is my right as a consumer to post my experience, and then that post was removed after you reached out to me underneath that post and tagged me. And a copy of that is in there speaking about you're going to sue me for slander and defamation of character. And I specifically stated to you in that post that you're reaching out to me, you're looking for me online, you're harassing me online, you're tagging me online, and I don't even have you associated with this post. I have over 2,000 followers. I have a professional page from my modeling. I do farming on the side. I'm disabled legally. So I'm just confused as to how you think I'm singling you out of 2,000 plus individuals.
Yeah, don't be getting up.
Your name's not attached to it. I didn't even know your name. You told me your name was Amp. I figured out what your name was after you tagged me in a post. I clicked your page and your birth certificate was on the top that I screenshotted it and sent it over to my husband, who then looked up your information so I could get this TPO.
Okay. Your initial call to the cops was about what, ma'am? Your first call.
About a gentleman on my property refusing to leave after having a disturbance and letting out the dogs with lawn care. He was calling me all types of names and slanders. And he refused to leave. I offered to pay him. They said they was sending somebody. I hung up and had to call a second time because I had a problem with my service.
Do you remember this statement, ma'am? Male on her property would like for him to follow her to the bank. Subject is refusing to follow her and stated that she is sick of, tired of these niggers, black people trying to take advantage of her.
I don't recall that statement. I may have said it out of anger because you're the third individual, and I hate to say because it's not a race thing. My children are black. My husband's black. The other guy who's been working with me from January, he's black, and we've never had not one issue. His wife's come over. They've stayed at the house. Used to even stay on the property with us. So it's definitely not a race issue. But I do have, however, have the report from that day. And what was that, the 9th? In the report, it doesn't state that.
Your Honor, that would conclude my question.
Right. How hard is it going to be for you to locate what you need me to see on that
I
thumb drive?
found it.
Found what?
It says on here, on scene on July 9th, Sergeant Pierre was met by a female subject acting very irrational and yelling. I was, because I was very upset still at the fact that he was doing that, but once the police pulled up, he stopped. After calming the female down, she was identified as Katira Kilroy. Ms. Kilroy advised she made a man doing some yard work for her and advised him not to let her dogs out of her fenced-in backyard. Ms. Kilroy advised the man identified as Anthony Freshly continued to let the dogs out and advised he was not there to watch her dogs. Ms. Kilroy stated she told Mr. Freshly to leave her residence and she would pay him for time spent there, but Mr. Freshly was unpleased and started yelling at her. Mr. Freshly stated Ms. Kilroy was fine and then snapped and started yelling at him for no reason and called the authorities. Both parties agreed that Ms. Kilroy would pay Mr. Freshly for his work. He would leave. Money was exchanged and Mr. Freshly left without further incident. That's the end of the report. That's what I have from the Sandersville Police Department.
My question though was, do I need to see what's on the thumb drive?
If you feel as if it's relevant.
Well, I don't, you say what on the thumb drive you've got posts that you say he made?
Yes, initially, yes.
What do you mean initially?
Before I filed the TPO, yes, and some of the posts that were made after are actually still on his page, and they're here.
See if you can get Leah.
There's a laptop right here.
Well, I know, I was going to let Leah do the operating. Oh, okay, maybe he'll do it. Hold on. I didn't see.
I screenshotted
How you
the,
doing?
All right, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it if I don't stop it. Okay, so these two guys were trying to get this laptop to start, right? So she walks over. All right, watch.
I screenshotted the information for the violation portion because my printer wouldn't print out the rest. That's why I had to put the rest on the hard
But I
drive.
want to see what's on here.
Okay.
All right, now, here's your,
Yes, that is free for you guys to look through all of it. It's just a copy of all the posts and all the videos. And there's a video up there of my dog's healthy because in one of the posts.
I don't need a video of the dogs. What I need to see is whatever you say he posted. Can you
Oh,
go,
yeah, all of that's
can
on
you go
there.
find it on there?
Yes. Oh, okay. No problem. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was hoping, if you'd be able to figure out what's what, and I wouldn't have to look it up at 200 pictures.
Yes. That's him reaching out to me. there. That was 15 hours after we had,
Official what?
It says, well, I hope you got the response I needed off this post. I'm going to file charges on you for defamation of character. And it's a shame how reliant people.
I can't hear you. You need to speak up. Is this something you say is relevant?
Yeah, that's,
Speak up so I can hear you.
yes, sir. This is one of the posts that he put on my page and tagged me in it.
On your Facebook page or on a text message?
No, this is the Facebook page. This is him reaching out to me on Facebook
All right.
the first time.
And what does it say?
This is him to that post that he was just speaking of, stating that I hope you got the response you needed off this post. I'm going to file charges on you for defamation of character. I got enough screenshots and witnesses who've seen this post, and it's a shame how you lying to these people. I came by with my wife and asked to cut and clean your yard and charge you $80, but didn't finish because you couldn't maintain your dogs, and I'm not there to run behind your dogs. You lied to the cops on the phone saying I was trying to have sex with you. Now, where is the post saying that? Right, but it's recorded, and I'm coming to get it off open records tomorrow when I file these charges. And then he tagged me, Katira Kilroy. I didn't know he was tagging me prior to that, so when I clicked the link and went to his page, I saw that he had posted something that I had to have taken off, which is relevant. And this is just a post stating that on Wednesday, July 10th at 3:26 p.m., I reported to Facebook that he was harassing and stalking and bullying, and they had reported that they had removed the post from Facebook. And that's a copy stating that they validated that it was something that needed to be removed from his page after I flagged.
What else is on there you need me to see?
There's a whole copy. That's the copy of the missed phone call from him. These are the copies of the messages that he's putting up. This is pictures of the video of him driving by my house saying he's going to sue her for defamation of character. This is his page where he said, you can't call out your name right now, but I will post what the judge grants, and it's legal to do so. You do not have or had a farm, you see. Don't keep your name on it. So basically, that's his post on his page that was sent to me from my husband, Noah Kilroy, which it states on the top, and him basically saying he's going and looking to see what I own. Underneath that, you can see still pictures of my property. That's pictures on his page of my property with him saying he's going to sue me at the defamation character suit. All he's concerned about is going viral and getting money. Little girl, you was told not to contact me. If you did the dates and times you was told not to contact me, will match my claim of your contact to charge you for the libel post you deleted as ordered. Now it's all gas. All you did say you have a farm or had a farm, right? And then he listed a whole thing about defamation of character. And then this is a part of the post. This is the one that caused me to have to get the TPO is this one here. It says, yo, Tino Sandersville. And this is still actively on his page. And this was sent to me by my husband through text, as you can see. He says, yo, Tino Sandersville. It is little gremlin light-skinned girl who I was doing a yard service for told me she was working with Fed to free her husband. She still run his business, and her mother did hard drugs, pimped her out as a kid, but she dead now, and acted like she was happy about it, and so on. Her ex is stupid. He wanted to sell coke other than the weed she supplied him with, which is completely inaccurate, and his homies with. So she told on him after she caught him getting some head. She drive a little white Tesla with purple rims. While I'm cutting grass, she's coming out and going back and trying to get my attention because I began to ignore her after she told me she had to do what she had to do to her ex because he cheated. I hope I'm not wrong, but it seems like she is sex trafficking children because you have them on video and those kids do not even look out the window. She came out the house while I was cutting grass, asked me if I was 420 friendly, which is completely opposite of what he just stated on record. So I smoked the blunt with her, pulled out my blunt, and that's when she told me all this. And I noticed she kept an eye on her phone, asking the kids what they are talking about if I never witnessed a parent watching their kid from the outside on video and asked them what they're talking about. That was weird. So if I finished smoking and told her I was going to continue with the yard, leaving her sitting on her step talking about her people move coke, but they smart. Actually, he told me he used to be a coke dealer in Dublin, Georgia, and changed his life. That's why he's doing lawn care service now. But that's another story. They have cop cars full of coke. Long story short, let her dogs out the gate. She couldn't catch It's a really long post. And that's pretty much the rest of it. I mean, I could keep reading it, but it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Okay. Anything else on there I need to see?
I mean, it's mainly just a lot of the same that reposted over and over again, and videos of the home reposted over and over again, just at different dates and different times, and showing where they're coming from. So it shows it's not me stalking his page, it's a third party sending this to me.
Any questions you want to ask her about any of that?
That was accurate. The other accusation she was making, that's accurate. That's right. That's accurate.
That's accurate?
Yes, sir. It is.
You have.
I don't deny that at all.
Well, he's not saying that what he said is accurate. He's saying that, I guess he's saying that you actually posted this on Facebook.
It's still on my page. Yes, sir.
All right.
Like I said, I'm not.
Now let me ask you a question on that.
Incarcerated.
What evidence do you have that her mother used hard drugs and that she's trafficking her children?
She told me that. She just told me that after I was giving
You
her.
saying she told you she was sex trafficking her own children?
No, I didn't say. I didn't actually say she was sex trafficking her children. If she.
That's what it says there.
That's what it says.
And
I
then
can read. I can read it out to you. I don't know if she read it right,
And at
but
the
let me
end,
read
it
it out to
says-
you.
Hold on.
Here, she said she owned a farm somewhere with.
Can you
some
read that part
children on it
again
also.
about sex
So
trafficking?
he's insinuating that I'm sex trafficking children off
Can
of
I-
my
can I-
legal farm for my chickens on.
Yeah.
Can I get up and look at that?
Yes, sir.
So I can read it myself.
Do you want me to go back to the first page or the second page?
Okay, go down some, please.
You can't. That can go to the page prior.
Stay right here. It's top. So can you read so you.
Would you like me to move so you can see it on the computer?
It said, I saw the top, but she got it cut off it, but she's not showing the whole.
Yeah, the other half of it's right here, Anthony. That's the top half of it. I made sure it was cut off where you could see half is still of where this was still on the other page, so you wouldn't say it was missing.
Is that guy laughing at them?
It says, I hope that it seems like she's sex trafficking children.
Okay, but in the
That's what I
next
said. I
post,
didn't see.
What evidence do you have of that?
saying that I have children on a farm
Hey.
somewhere.
Be quiet. What evidence do you have to back that up?
It seems like she's sex.
No, you see, that's the problem. You can't tell that kind of stuff about people if you don't have any evidence of it. If it's not true, then that is serious business when you accuse somebody of something like that. And you're accusing him by saying it seems like that. That's saying you believe it. And that's a serious problem. You can't do that. You know, you wouldn't want me posting that you were pimping your wife out, would you?
I told her that I can't
Well,
deny it.
did you ever tell him you were doing that?
Absolutely not. My mom never.
I
shut
wouldn't
me
know
out.
anything.
My father raised me, had custody of me since I was 4 years old,
Yeah.
and my father's ex-military.
And did and you saying she told you she was pimping out her children?
I wouldn't know nothing about her mother's past.
You saying she told you that she was pimping out her children?
I didn't say that at all.
Well, you said it seems like she is.
I said, it seems like she's sex trafficking.
Did she tell you she was?
No, sir, she did.
So what evidence did you have of that?
I don't have any evidence.
That's what I thought. That is wrong. You ought to know better than that. Anything else you need to show me?
No, it was mainly, it's just
I
that
got you.
repeatedly.
Any other questions you want to ask her?
Basically, I don't, cause I best say everything, have flash drives of the calls.
I'll get you. You'll have your turn in a minute.
Okay.
All right, that all you need to show me?
I believe so.
Okay.
I have a video showing that I wasn't harassing him at the Jets, but you said that's irrelevant, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much it, just videos.
And she didn't arrest me, Judge. She just pulled up and I
It's
was,
not your turn yet. How many times have I got to tell you that when she gets finished with her side, you'll have your side? You can testify, you say whatever you want to say. All right. Is that it?
Yes,
Your
sir.
order. Now, you can present your evidence, you can testify, you can put up your thumb drive, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Do I need to give, I have more like, paperwork that I show also, that I need.
What kind of paperwork?
Can I post a bit, sir?
Ma'am? Not yet. If you're going to testify, I need to swear you in.
Yes, sir.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in the case now in hearing me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, can I post a bit, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir. I don't think that was right what she expressed herself, what she called.
What do you mean you don't think it's right how she expressed herself when she called?
Oh, and I had messages, but he probably didn't show him that I inboxed.
Well, what is this?
That's the dispatch from the sheriff. I also got the DVD that you can just see. DVD.
And like I said, I may have said it. I was very upset at the time. I do not recall. Because it's not a race thing because my children are
I don't
black.
know what this is. This is all about somebody named
He's got a DVD, Blu-ray. He's putting in a DVD.
Stephanie Haywood and Nancy Brantley.
Oh, that's not me.
Oh, they're the 911 people? Maybe you can help decipher it.
This is the 911 CAD sheet that, so when somebody calls 911, this is what's printed out on the
Right.
computer. This is a
Thank you,
CAD sheet
Patty.
of the
Thank
call.
you.
This is, this body cam.
Okay, Ms. Kilroy didn't tell me to come back to her, or you didn't say I had to come back.
But you've already finished asking her questions. This is your time for you to tell me your side.
Okay,
You're not asking her questions anymore.
I my testimony is that, Your Honor, what she had is what I posted. I don't deny it. That's just the truth. What I want to say is that when I got to that house, I basically just said what happened, everything about the dogs and everything. But she didn't tell the truth about trying to really. I feel like she was trying to. How can I put it? Try to manipulate me to come back on her yard so she can call the police on her to say that I'm stalking. She's trying to build a case on me instead of me actually doing things to her. Okay. She came to the store night before last, while I was there. She didn't do anything to me. She didn't say anything to me. I really didn't think she seen me. But when she pulled up, I thought she seen the car, knowing that I drive a Silver Dodge Journey. And at the cash register where he called police. So he called the police. I stood in there, wait for the police to come in. She left before the police got there. Police came in, and I told her, I said, ma'am, this lady got a temporary restraining order on me. And I feel as though she's stalking me to try to get me locked up because if she come in, she got a temporary order on me. That means I have to leave. And she called police and said, I came to and stalking her. So she said, no, I didn't work for the court place. And then I was to the police station. Then that detective told me, no, you're right, Anthony. If you come in this jailhouse right now, and you in here, you violating your temporary, you violating your order. I said, see, now the officer told me one thing there, and now you tell me this. Okay, my wife, she works at Harris Inn, and that's on Washington Avenue. It's not on Washington Avenue, but you go Washington Avenue, you go around, you go all other places to that road. But that's the road I take to go pick my wife up and take her to work. And that's how I got acquainted with Miss Kilroy by asking her about a yard when I seen her standing outside. When I got out there and talked to her, when I got to stop there, my wife and I were there, asked her about a yard. She gave me her number. Came home with a couple days. Well, I made a day or so. Called her and told her I would come and give a quote. Said it's fine. So I said, okay, I got kind of busy today. And I didn't be able to make it today. I said, plus it's raining. I said, well, I'll make it over there tomorrow. If it rain again, give it a couple days so it dry out and come over there. So past that, I texted her and said I'm on my way. I texted her and said I'm on my way. And she didn't respond. But she already knew. She told me it don't matter anytime it's time. You know, but I still thought to let her know that I was on my way. Just me let her know I was at the house. You know, I got there. You know, she came
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I see copies of that message of him saying he's on his way? Because I don't see them.
Well, that really isn't relevant. This is all,
Yeah, this is all prior to the TPO.
everybody knows you went over there. Everybody knows y'all made a deal about the grass. Everybody knows you went over to cut the grass. Everybody knows that she got mad because the dogs got out. And she made a post about that. She's taking that post down, she says.
Yes.
You made post about her, but are still up. So what's so what is it? What's next?
All right. The reason why I made the post was to explain myself about what she was telling people. And she said something real.
Well, what was she telling people other than she put up a post about a man? She didn't say who.
What she said is
The man that had come cut the grass and not done the job right and all that, blah, blah, blah. What is it you say she's telling people?
this is what she posted, and she just said she didn't do it.
That I didn't
Do
do
what?
what?
She said she didn't say these words.
Didn't do what?
She said she didn't say these words that she said on this post.
Well, show her the post.
What post?
Show it to her
Let
first.
me see, because I specifically asked you what post. Thank you. Just had to call the sheriff's department to this guy, don't know his name, and he rides around in a Dodge truck with a woman as well as his truck. I said that I posted this. I also
You said
stated
that.
that you're not
She
included in that
admitted
post.
that.
I admitted to that, and I immediately removed it. And I
Hold on,
removed it
hold on.
because I wasn't sure if I was within my
Hold
legal
on, hold
rights.
on, hold on. She admitted that she posted that, but it doesn't have your name on it.
I don't
No.
know how it meant. She said she-
Well, she did. I heard her.
All right. Basically, these body cams it's showing the initial call.
Prior to the
way she-
TPO.
It's not Houston. It starts with a T, but I can't remember what it is. It's like Toucan, but I know there's no Toucan, Georgia, but it's close to Toucan. It's not Telfair. Starts with a T. That's the closest I can get. I don't remember.
when she was screaming and hollering at me, and she actually was making up. Can we just look at it?
What does that have to do with
Well,
why we're here? This is prior to that.
hold on just a minute. What are you trying to find now?
I just wanted to play the videos so you can see
Video of what?
of Miss Kira calling the cops on me after the fact. They called her. I already told her that something wasn't enough for her to give me a restraining order, so she basically had to get something else and something else. So she keep calling.
We get to hear a 911 call, guys. Yes, we do.
Awesome. Try to build it.
Now,
Actually,
she didn't have to build. She didn't have to build a case on you. You opened that dog door yourself. What is it?
This appears to be body cam from a police officer.
What, can I ask what the date is on that, Kim? Because every information that I presented to the
body
court was
cam,
presented
not
to me from my
911.
husband.
It was 7/19/2024. Every one of those was 7/19. That I
This is
got.
body cam from a police officer.
Yes,
And what is
From
it
the
supposed to
19th?
show?
it was showing her, inaction that when I was there, and the inaction that she said is still, she didn't tell me that I could come back to her yard.
I stated that you could and
Wait a
you
minute,
stated you
wait a
would
minute,
not.
wait a minute.
Moving back to her house after she had called the cops on me.
Well, let me hear it. If it says she's trying to lure you back to her house, I want to hear it.
She was luring and saying that, well, if you ain't finding food, you come back and get them, they'll be on, I said, on my foot. Let's get going, come on, her property. So
He told the officers he wasn't going to come back
Like
at
she
all.
said, I'm stealing, I'm a thief, my wife and I, this woman, this is my wife, right around supposed as an officer, but we let the females that we can pray on, be cautious.
Is he tagged in that post?
Hello. How you doing?
Okay. I had gone today and I had filed this against this gentleman that I've been having issues with since last week. You guys been here probably about 3-4 times through this already. He just came flying down the street beeping his horn. He's actually inside of a silver SUV. It's a Dodge. It's the same one he was driving when he came with his wife.
A silver.
Yeah, silver SUV. It's a Dodge. I don't know exactly what type. I just know it's silver and it was a Dodge. He came right there, beeped, and then flew down the street, which is exactly why I have this restraining order. I don't know this guy and why he keeps harassing me.
Okay. So there's a previous boyfriend relationship?
No, this guy stopped one day with his wife last week asking if they can cut the lawn, and it's been nothing but issues. He showed back up without his wife. Then I tried to let him do the lawn, and it became a problem. I had to have him removed. It's just been an ongoing thing.
So you don't you don't know this guy?
No, I don't. He was online harassing me. That's why I filed this order. He went looking for me by my name, and started tagging me in videos of my house. He has online right now that I'm human trafficking children and a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't know this man.
Was there an officer here last night?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's the same thing.
Okay. Yes, I should definitely see temporary.
I don't know what the guy's problem is. I don't know.
Anthony Freshly.
Yeah.
Is he white or black?
He's black. He's supposed to be a sovereign citizen or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I think he's mentally ill.
Right, so there's a lot of those around here.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say
Hey, you right. How you spell your last name?
KILROY
You have a date of birth?
2496.
You do live here?
Yes,
Okay. May I get a good contact?
941-285-0806. I know the order's fresh. I don't know if they served him with it today.
Yes, they definitely had to serve him for it be
Active.
exactly. Then plus then you have a court date.
Yeah, for next week, I believe.
But like I said, the rest of the TPO, like I said, if he definitely has to step foot in his yard, that's when we're gonna ask the rest of him.
Okay.
Unless a judge issues some other different orders, the rest like harassment and stuff,
Yeah, I think they told me they would go for that when I went back. So that's why I just reporting everything. Cause I don't know the man.
I got you. I'm not even.
So I mean, if it was somebody I knew, an annoying somebody, then you kind of deal with it a little bit. But this is a complete stranger.
It ain't for me. I might have dealt with him maybe a year or two ago. If I ain't mistaken, he stayed in Tabby. So like I say, he was in your yard doing some work.
Yeah, it was last week sometime when they came. He had stopped with his wife around the 3rd. They saw me outside and they asked if they could do the lawn. Well, he asked if he could do the lawn, and I said, yeah. We had just got a U-Haul here and was emptying the truck out. So he left and I took his contact number.
Okay.
He messaged me and he said, okay, I'll come in a couple of days, give you an assessment. It had rained a couple of days, so he showed up on one random day to do the assessment. Then he left and he came back to actually do the work, and that's when the problem started, because he came back without his wife. It's 8:30 in the morning, and the music blasting, he's smoking marijuana, but it was just kind of escalated from there.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I dealt with him it's been about a year or two ago, so I'm familiar with him.
That's my thing there. She's so concerned about, I didn't bring my wife. Where's your wife? Why didn't you bring your wife? Why didn't you bring your wife? And almost like that, she just gave me the job in order to, she seen my wife, then.
Your wife is the reason I gave you the job.
I'll get in touch with y'all, and I'm stepping on hot fire already, not knowing that I'm being an honest worker, trying to work at my family. And she was one department stuff. I love her too. I love everybody. Okay. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Okay. The woman department stuff is trying to take down people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Why she worried about my wife? I never said anything my wife.
Well, that's got nothing to do with any of this. That's got nothing to do with any of this.
Nothing.
Nothing. What it's got to do with is you posting things about her that aren't true, that you don't have any evidence of, and she's concerned that that's a problem.
I did say one thing that I feel that I probably should have said, and I thought I worded it correctly. I didn't say that she is a sex trafficker. I said it seemed like she's a sex trafficker.
You also said that her mother
She said.
trafficked her. Even if she told you, which she denies, but even if she told you that, what business is it of yours to post it on Facebook?
I just,
What business is it of yours to post that on Facebook?
explain to the people of what she was telling the people about me coming to her yard.
She never even mentioned your name.
She posted my truck, and she said this guy that drives this truck, and she is explaining what kind of truck my wife drives.
She said it was a Dodge, a silver Dodge. Okay.
Posted my truck on
Right.
Facebook.
I don't know if it was his truck in the picture, or do you know?
There was a little clip of the video where it showed his truck, didn't show registration, just showed the side of a truck. You couldn't see the type of truck or nothing. And when I saw that, that's why I immediately deleted it, just in case for liability purposes. Everything was immediately deleted within 24 hours. He has continued to repost the same things over and over again. And on these posts, the issue is he's looking to go
She deleted all
viral.
that on her Facebook post.
And I,
He's looking to go
Oh, you
viral.
did.
He's utilizing this to
That's-
try to
that's
go
a problem.
viral.
okay, I mean, it's no problem with deleting anything, sir. I don't know her at all. I have no intentions on even speaking to her ever. If I see her, I don't want to go to her yard. I want to service her. This right here, this is what I wouldn't look for this. I wouldn't look for none of this. I was going to be an honest worker, okay? Not taking anything out of your yard. I'm not a thief. So that you pose me to be a thief. You pose me to be a predator, looking for women to lay down. Me and my woman, not just me, my woman too, my wife. You pose us to be a threat. I know I was wrong by saying it seems like you're assisting women or children because you don't have any cameras around your house, but you're looking at your
He had me
phone.
tagged in this
That's wrong.
post
What you talking
and then
about?
reposted
What you
it
talking
without
about?
my name.
Oh, and stop me from talking. She stopped me from talking to her when we were smoking medical marijuana. Hold on. What y'all
CBD.
talking about? I'm sorry, go ahead. I said, they're all right, they're all right. The little kids, you got yes, my wife 247, why can't I ask? Is your kids all right? When you look at, when you stop me from talking to them, I looked when she said stop. So I had to stop talking to see what she was doing. And I stopped. And this is what she's doing. What y'all doing? I mean, when I say this, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Those are her words. And then she gave him a frown and told him and went back talking. So after that, I looked around the house like, where are the cameras? Oh, wait a minute. There's got cameras inside the house. Why not no cameras outside the house, but you watching kids and the way you looking at them and talking to them over the phone had me feeling bad.
I don't understand how I could talk to you and my children at the
You
same
need
time.
while he's talking. But, you know, that's got nothing to do with, that's got,
I'm wrong about, I'm wrong about.
a lot of people, listen to me, a lot of people have cameras on the inside of their house so they can watch what their children are doing.
I don't know if it's defamation or she's getting, she already has a temporary protection order against him. I think she's going for a full protection order against him. So it's either he's suing her for defamation or she's suing him for a protection order, or both.
Gone, or when the babysitter's there. A lot of people do that. That's their business.
Right. I was wrong about that part, but if I haven't done anything since then, I'm gone. I don't want to work back with
All right, you know, I can have a seat.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from you? That it? All right. Well, I do find that she's established a case for a protective order to keep you from posting things about her are going about her. I think she had a valid reason for taking out the protective order. And I think she's got a valid basis for extending it into a 12-month order. You can't be posting things and saying things about people like you said about her, that are derogatory, that are harmful, that are hurtful, and are untrue. And even if part of it, even if she told you some other things, which she denies, and I can't imagine that she would tell you all that, just two strangers talking about cutting grass. But even if she did, it's none of your business to publish it on Facebook with her name on it. So I am going to grant a 12-month protective order for you to stay away from her. Take down those posts within 24 hours. Completely remove them from your Facebook post, and don't post anything else about her
I'm so sorry.
on Facebook. Don't go anywhere where she is. If you show up at a store and she's there, just leave. You won't be in violation if you just walk up and you see her and you leave. That won't be a violation. If you go in and harass her, say anything to her, that will be a violation. Don't call her, don't text her, don't message her, don't put her on Facebook, TikTok, MySpace, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, whatever else there is out there. You don't have anything to say about anything to do with her. Do you understand?
Can I
Yes, sir.
put one on her also?
Say what?
Protective order. I need to put a kind of protective
Well,
order.
if you want to go try to seek a protective order against her, you have a right to go seek one against her. But I don't think you've got much of a basis, because what little she did put on Facebook did not have your name on it, and she took it right down.
I'm not a predator. I don't, my wife and I don't look for women. I don't steal out in nobody's yard. I'm not a thief. That's bad for my business. I can go around and say that I cut grass, and I know I don't have an LLC, but I can go cut grass, and I have a good standing with the community.
That's got nothing to do with any of this. All right. Thank y'all both.
All right, thanks, sir.
See you again. Yeah, just have a seat there on the front row.
Thank you.
This is his. Mr. Freshley, I think this is yours.
Yes, sir.
And ma'am, if you'll also stay, they'll give you a copy of this order in just a few minutes.
We need to breathe for a second after that one. I wonder if why did she stop? Okay, so she was reading this really long post that he posted. And she didn't stop. Like, she just kept going on and on and on and on. What made her stop at that point and say, oh, this is a long post. Do you want me to keep reading? I don't even know. I wonder how much longer his post was. Because she did read that pretty fast with no pauses or breaths. I mean, I wonder how much longer his post was. That must have been like a book that he posted about her on Facebook. No one her age is on Facebook to see that. It's fine. Okay, now we're off to Judge Fleischer. Here we go, guys. Let's go to Texas. There she is. She's back.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Norwood. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 59 days in jail, credit for the 59 days that you've already done. Tell me, ma'am, have you ever been arrested for DWI before?
No, I have not.
You not have any prior DWIs on your record?
No.
Is that right? Can you see?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Well, Ms. Norwood, this one and this now going on your record. The only thing I'm going to advise you is that if you're ever in a car driving and you get pulled over and you smell like alcohol or dope, they're going to see your priors. What do you think they're going to do?
Trust me.
Right. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. no time serves, anything like that. So I would be very careful. If you want to get lit, find another way. Don't get into a car because you're inviting and begging for trouble. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine the accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, man? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 59 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 59 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive until you get a license. And good luck to you, man. Thanks. And you can waive your fine.
Trinidad. Josh. Victoria. Trey.
Morning, Mr. Zenon. Sir, you stand charged with 2 new cases for a total of 5 open cases. The 2 new cases you have are evading arrest in a motor vehicle and unlawful carrying of a weapon. We've got the gun case. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. On July 22nd, 2024, in Harris County, officers observed a vehicle make multiple lane changes without using the signal. Officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop. The defendant kept driving past multiple open parking lots. The defendant moved to the left lanes, cutting across traffic and accelerated through a red light. The total pursuit was 0.8 miles. Upon contact, the defendant was identified. He was observed. He had a felony warrant. Inventory search recovered a Taurus G3 9mm weapon underneath the driver's seat and a backpack containing 13.91 grams of marijuana. The firearm came back as stolen.
Mr. Zenon, do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license, please? See if he has a license.
You wish you were here from the beginning. You missed it. You missed some good stuff.
License is eligible, Your Honor.
Do you have liability insurance in your name, Mr. Zenon?
For the car. No, sir.
And you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You also have so many open cases that if you do bond out, I'm putting a GPS monitor prior to your release. You are not allowed out of jail unless you have a GPS monitor. And I'm giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You're not allowed out past 7 p.m. Do you understand?
Sir.
I will have you now sign an affidavit with me. Promise me you're not to have any more weapons. If I catch you with a weapon, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you have a weapon. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do not possess weapons, no dope, no alcohol. All I want on my streets to be safe, and I will do everything in my power to protect the streets. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you planning on bonding out? Mrs. Enon,
Family's looking at that. Yeah, my family's doing that right now.
all right, I will have you come up here, swear to this. After that, you're going to swear your conditions that you will abide by with Tracy. And I'm going to tell you now, you have 5 open cases. You violate
child.
1 iota, I will quintuple your bonds. Do you understand, Mr. Zenon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Do you have liability insurance?
Yes, sir. What a SR 22.
Prove it. You can show John. I trust John. Just, you don't have to do it here before I allow you to drive. I want to know that you have liability insurance. Okay? I'm going to extend your probation for 6 months. And I'm going to tell you now,
Actually, Judge, I misspoke. He just got suspended. ALR, June 20th, 2024.
That's probably because you're a new case, okay?
Yeah.
so your license is now suspended. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. And I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Goodwin, if I find that you drive, I'm going to
Hi,
light you up.
Lemus.
Do you understand? You have a DWI with me, you're on probation, you pick up a DWI in another county, your license is currently suspended. I don't care what license you have, what SR 22, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months every single time you drive. And on top of that, I will file a motion to revoke, and then I can stack that on top of it. Do you understand? Do not drive. Do not use anything.
You said you wanted me monitored, but I already got a scram on my leg.
Good. And I want you to keep it because I want to know that you're not consuming. And I'm going to keep you on for 6 months. You blow hot, you violate that, I'm going to violate you. Do you understand?
I do see on May 15th, it looks like it was revoked also for failure to complete DWI education. Did that ever?
It's because I was in
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Texas.
You got it? Okay, cool. Okay. So yeah, now it's just a suspension from.
So for now, all we're doing is kind of maintaining the status quo that he doesn't consume alcohol. I'm going to keep him on for 6 months. If he behaves himself, I'll take you off. No jail time. But you've one false move, 120 days in jail. Do you understand? 0 credit.
I'll dismiss the MRP with the amended conditions, Judge.
Yeah, let's amend it first so we make sure that he doesn't
Yes,
fall
sir.
through the cracks.
And I'll wait until that.
All right, come up here, swear to us, and then I guess what we'll
There's
do,
no need for any court date, any resets or anything. He's just on probation
So-
for another. 6
he's on for now. So what we'll do is if you can put a reminder, let's look 45 days or 60 days. Let's see how he's doing. Do 60. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me do this plea real quick and then I'll hit you up. Morning, Mr. Alfaro. Mr. Alfaro, you stand charged with 3 cases, 2 counts of criminal trespass, 1 count of interference with the duties of a public servant. On all of those, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 27 days in jail, credit for the 9. Tell me, what are you doing with your life now?
I don't know yet.
How old are you?
36.
You're 36 and you don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't believe it for a second. What are you doing with your life, man? Does the dope have a complete control over you?
No, not necessarily.
So what is it?
A lot of things.
What is up with you? You know, I have people that come in here quite a bit. I've got a couple regulars and they can just continue to pick up cases. And every time they pick up a case, they refuse to come to court. And you know, every time that happens, we just issue a warrant. At some point, the magistrates will stop giving you a PR bond and then you're going to come to me like we are now. Your cases on both of those are at 10,003 because you refuse to come. I'm going to tell you now, if you can't figure out what's going on with your life, then you and I are going to do it together. And if you continue, I will not take any more deals. And the next time you get arrested, we're going to put you into a program. So we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. But you need to figure out what you're doing with your life and not end up on the street. So I will see you. And if I see you, if I see you again and you continue to pick up the criminal trespassers for being on the street, I'm going to keep you and I'm going to put you in a program. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's high time for you to figure out at 36 what you're doing with your life. The street ain't working for you. Did you graduate from high school?
No.
Do you work?
Not right now, no.
So what do you do for money?
Nothing.
This is the last time that we will do this. Do you understand?
Yes.
For the next 5 years, I will have jurisdiction over you. Mr. Alfaro, you come back. It's not going to go well. The state has offered you 27 days in jail on one of the criminal trespasses. They're going to dismiss the 2 other cases that you have. You have credit for 9 days, meaning that you will get out today. And I'm telling you now, Mr. Alfaro, the only thing I want is my streets to be safe. You endanger the streets, you violate any laws, I'm going to do that to you. Do you understand? So when you're out there on the street and when you have the decision to make whether to do something smart or whether to do something boneheaded, I want you to picture us, because if you come back, it's going to be a long time.
Okay.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept these agreements, you can never undo this. Now, from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any case that you pick up in here. But I'm telling you, we'll be looking at facilities, because if you can't figure out what you're going to do with your life, you and I will do it together. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I do plead to the offense of criminal trespass.
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement of 27, credit for 9. Any enhancements will be abandoned. Both of your other 2 cases are dismissed. Mr. Alfaro, make good decisions. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Thanks,
one
Alan.
more thing, regarding the Trapper Nasha. Currently in custody, his case is getting kind of old. However, it's, something going on upstairs with his felony.
What's the last name?
Nasha.
Oh, Nasha. I see it. Okay.
I wanted to do another reset. I understand this case is getting kind of old, but he's trying to follow the felony. Right now, he's having trouble with his attorney upstairs. The attorney didn't show up to the last hearing, and it happened twice now.
But they haven't shown up.
Yes.
Come on. What are they doing up there, Jason? Do they have any offers? The case is 200 days, man, you know? Dude's stuck. Can't do anything because lawyer won't show up.
Not seeing any offers, Judge.
All right, we'll give you to the following day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So that'll be.
Well, I fear that the defense counsel for the felony countered with the 1 year. That was 2 days ago. It says Harris County Jail, so time served.
And that's what they do. Wait it out till they get time served, you know? Such a shame. Okay, so if you want to set it to 8/9. It's a Friday, but.
Monday sounds great, Alan.
It works. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, hold on a second. I've been waiting. Don Lee's been waiting. So, no, you can come up, but I'm going to help Don Lee real quick because he's been waiting. Okay, Don Lee.
Good morning, Judge.
So what was your guy's name? Scott, right?
Ryan Scott.
Hey, what are we doing with Mr. Scott?
Judge, I plan on doing a plea. I got blocked in by my 16-year-old and I don't have keys. And so I'm stuck at home.
No PTI though?
No, Judge. He's not eligible.
Okay, maybe I see some, perhaps I don't see what you see.
That's so romantic. I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
He's also wanting to get an occupational, and so
You're wearing that dress on purpose.
had just got that paperwork last night. I would prefer if I could like reset it to early next week. If
Let me
not,
ask you this. How many DWIs does he have?
just one pending in Alabama. That's my understanding.
I don't know about giving him an occupational if he has an open DWI in another state.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, come up, Mr. Scott. Come on up. Sorry, Miss Ayala. Just bear with me a second. All right. Pavel, can you run an NCIC? Does he have any other DWIs elsewhere?
Is that prior in North Dakota?
So he has a prior North Dakota. He's got an open one in,
I do not have one in any other state.
do you have any other open DWIs at this moment?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, what do you guys see?
The only prior I see is a Class C liquor violation.
Check the notes sheet. Yeah.
Don Lee, of course, I'll give you another reset.
Okay, Judge.
I just, the case is getting old. It's 150 days. So
Yes,
it's now
Judge.
time to figure out what we're gonna do. I will give you another 30 days, but at the next setting, we need to figure out what we're gonna do. You must either accept the plea bargain offer from the state, or I'm gonna set your case for trial. Do you understand?
John.
You have, your lawyer's here with you, but he's on Zoom. It's your responsibility to get with him, figure out what's going on, and go through the evidence. Jason, discovery is complete, correct?
It is, Judge.
Okay. Don Lee, I want a full background check to see what kind of DWIs, if he has any more, because I just have conflicting things, so I just don't know.
I get it, Judge.
I'm always open, but my first concern is I don't want him drinking while he's on a license of mine. That's my only
Right.
concern, and I don't know.
Sure.
So for now, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. We'll get you out of here. When you come back at the next setting, it's time to figure out what we're gonna do. Okay? All right. Good luck, Mr. Scott.
Judge, how much time?
30 days. Must appear.
August 27th through the 29th.
August 27th to the 29th, Don Lee. You tell me.
One second, Judge. 27th is perfect.
Okay, it's yours. And then we'll see you in 30, okay?
Thank you, Judge. Sorry about my non-appearance.
So, hey, before you file it and spend the money, come and talk to me first, okay?
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Is it open?
I don't see a disposition, Judge, so I think so.
Okay. All right, dude, we got you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Don Lee.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Good morning, I'm here on Defamation Gonzalez. She is,
Did she go? Did she have it? What
she
happened?
hasn't, they haven't
Still hasn't got-
contacted her yet. But
Come on.
but I talked to the state about another resolution.
Okay,
Decision-making class. Can we just have 2 weeks for her to do the class and then she'll be done?
so just a decision-making class? Okay. It's Dionisio or something like that, right?
Denoso Gonzalez.
Okay, it's just a decision-making class. I'm giving her a week,
Okay,
right?
that's fine.
It's nearly 10,050 days old.
Yes.
1,050. All right, so 1 week. If she doesn't have it done, she's got to be here. Okay,
I'll let her know.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
To report on you on a few other cases that you had required appearance. First is Mr. Brooks. You wanted him back because he wanted a report on either school or job. Good news is last
Where's
week.
Mr. Brooks?
He's here. You want,
Hello, Mr. Brooks?
last week he started working as a technician at Valvoline Judge, changing oil, blah, blah, blah. So he's
Wonderful.
got a job.
Did he graduate high school?
You know, that
Let's figure it out.
I told him about your job with Valvoline and things, and we're all glad about that. Have you completed high school? Did you finish high school? Yes, sir. You got the high school diploma and all that? Yes, sir.
You graduated high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Valvoline technician, as a technician?
Are you working
Yes, sir.
full-time?
Full time, yes, sir.
Wonderful. That's great. Now, you're gonna make a ton of money and you get to stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
It's a win-win for everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Judge, state just needs to rip the FSGI. Once they get that, we're trying to come up with a deal to keep this off of this record.
Above all else in this life, do not drive.
Yes, sir.
Nothing will derail you more than if you get in a car and start driving right now, because I've ordered you not to drive. You signed an affidavit promising us you're not going to drive.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm telling you, we want to see you do well, but if you start driving when you're not supposed to, I'm going to grow horns and a tail because I'm going to be so upset.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
See, he's doing good, guys. Guys, be proud.
You're doing well. You're working, staying out of trouble. That's all we ask.
Yes, sir.
Okay? If you stick with John, good things are happening for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Great. So we'll just give you a normal reset. All right. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll get you out of here now, Mr. Brooks. All right. John D, is that it?
What's the last name?
This is Mr. Judge, we have two others. One is Mr. Dorsey. He's in custody. I spoke to Durian. He just needs a quick time to eval, get a hold of the complaining witness. He's actually doing 180 days on his felony. They just need to double check with the complaining witness, and it should be.
I understand. How long do you want?
Just a quick reset. He just told me he just has to reach out to the complaining witness.
It's only 27 days old.
But I don't want to keep him too long because he's
Right.
180 days up there. So I know he's going to be in jail for a little while, but so maybe, maybe a couple of weeks at the most.
You tell, I mean, it's 27. Whatever you want, you can.
Yeah, just, probably. Can I just work it out with her within a couple of
Whatever you
weeks?
want, for sure.
The last one, Judge, is Mr. White. Mr. White also was due back just to report with you. He's on disability, Judge, so he's, job-wise, it's difficult for him.
Is Mr. White here?
He is here, Judge. He's homeless, but he is doing well. He's actually signing up to do tax training online. He's got a phone.
Come up, Mr. White.
Bozzy, I made my own pineapple ham pizza today, and it was delicious. It was so good.
He got shot, Judge, so his mobility is a little slow. Mr. White, you might have to go.
Mr. White got shot.
He might have gotten shot before. I don't know. I didn't meet him last time. So
Well, I don't remember this before.
I did.
It's so loud in here. Keep it down, man. What's going on? Did you just get shot? When? Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay, I didn't ask where it
Donald,
happened.
keep up the good
I
work.
said, did you just get shot? When did you get shot? All right. What are you doing with yourself now? I'm trying to get back to where was that? What does that mean?
Tell him about your, signing up for tax courses, your business and things like that. He just wants to know that you're headed in a direction.
I have a landscaping business.
Shh. You know, it's really hard. I can't hear. I need you to speak up. All I heard was that you do lawn care. That's the only thing I heard. Okay. I wanted you as a condition of your bond to get either a full-time job or to be in school full-time, so you're not out there doing nothing, because people become self-destructive.
He said he was in school, Judge, and he signed up for online, it's called National Tax Training. It requires 150.
Is it at Ponca City University?
No, it's just some kind of online. He showed it to me on his phone, Judge.
What else are you doing, Mr. White?
All right, we should do We should have a homework assignment for all of us. I'm not really going to do this, but we should. We should all order a different negative test from Punka City and see how many negative tests we can come back to chat with. I think I'll be negative for LSD. That's a good one. You have, you have to call up Punka City and order a negative test.
This case has been open for 25 days. What have you done to look for a job?
I've actually went to places for a job. For that application.
If I drug test you now, what's going to show up? Sorry? I'm going to send them right now. Yep. That's what we'll do. Just take a seat for me, Mr. White. We'll talk. Hey. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. John,
No worries.
it's okay. Did you want to talk about something else?
No, that's it. I want to wait on White.
I'll call you.
Wait, I'll be here for lunch.
I just have Miss Kizzy. So Miss Kizzy did test negative today. I spoke with her
Where is
about.
she? Come up.
I spoke with her about apparently she was supposed to check in on Mondays and Wednesdays. She said she wasn't aware. I will say, Judge, Miss Kizzy has been diligent with me. I believe her. I just think.
She signs a piece of paper
She did.
with conditions and we give it to you. And I told you over and over. And in fact, there's videos floating around all over YouTube that you acknowledge that you were supposed to test and you haven't done it.
I did test negative today.
I call in and I was never scheduled. I thought it was the call in. So that's my fault.
And she tested negative last time. I do think it's a mistake on her part. I don't think she's hiding any sort of drug use. That's the point I do want to make. I do believe she has been clean. She's trying to take care of her kids. If you remember, you had Miss Kizzy go into custody when I was first appointed because she had tested positive. That was horrifying for her. And she's still she's on the straight and narrow right now. I think that you won't have any problem with her reporting from here on out. She was calling in. Apparently she was supposed to go in person. She knows now. She does have.
You miss one more time. And I'm going to take copious notes, Miss Kizzy. If you miss one more time, I'm going to revoke your bond. And I'm going to double, if not triple it. Do you understand? Don't miss again. What's going on upstairs? Do you know? With her other cases?
I spoke with her last setting. I didn't speak with you today about what happened.
I haven't went up there. I'm gonna have to get another lawyer today, upstairs.
86 to 90? Wow, you're old. I'm joking, Quasi.
This is me asking, this is not Miss Kizzy asking. Considering she's tested negative the last 2 times, can she just report once a week instead of twice? She does have small children.
The problem is that she can tailor what she wants to do, knowing that you only come once a week. So I will do this, okay? I will have you come once a week here, but you must go to a Quest Diagnostic where you live and you can take another test there, but it's your responsibility to get the test to counsel and she'll get it to me. I promise you, Miss Kizzy, if you miss one more time, I will revoke your bonds. I'm gonna make notes now and I'm gonna put you on my list. So I have here to look, because I have a list here and I guess I didn't have your name on it, that I look every single day, who comes Mondays and Thursdays to test. Do you understand? No more missing. And if you can stay negative for the next month, I'll take you off. But it has to be a month of no testing, positives. Do you understand? Okay, that's the agreement. And I will put that in the notes here so that no one forgets that if she continues to test negative for the next month, I'll take you off random testing. As
Wow,
far as the
you're
felony
old.
case, I don't even see a lawyer attached anymore. They granted the withdrawal. I can't believe that they would just grant the withdrawal without,
That replace the council.
right? Especially given it's as old as it is, but okay. I'm gonna tell you now that I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you to take care of upstairs. We have a certain like timeline that we do things at 180 days here. It's time to figure out what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for upstairs because that, especially with you not having a lawyer, it's gonna take another 6 months. I don't care. Do you understand? So the problem is that yeah, I don't know. You gotta work it out sooner rather than later. Okay, all right.
Can you repeat that condition again? She can report once a week, but it has.
So what we'll do is she will report here once a week. The other one, she can go to Quest Diagnostics. They're all over Houston. So she can go to one near her house, right? I don't want you to go to like a Ponca City Labs where you can buy a test.
I live in Willis, Texas, Montgomery County. Is there one there?
What?
I was,
Here, let me look real quick. I don't know, but I'm sure there is. They have Quests all over, right? So take a look, just Google it. There should be one near there, but I want a legitimate lab. I don't want some, because there's a lot of labs that will just, you give them $30, they'll give you whatever they want. I don't trust that, okay?
You have to pay for that test?
Yeah, I can't pay for that. If you do it here, I can pay for it. Over there, I can't do that. But I'm willing to help you so you don't have to come here, but that's the only way. Because that way I know that it's legitimate and not a bunk test. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. I know that you've been waiting, so.
I have Miss Stewart, Your Honor. She's the
custody or
young
on
lady.
bond?
No, she's on bond. She has a medical excuse from last week and she did appear this morning.
Oh, that's her.
Yes, I'm asking her bond be reinstated, Judge.
What's the cause number?
It is 2519512.
Stuart. I don't think that we've even done PC. So we have to do that real quick. Okay. All right, Ms. Stewart, you were charged with criminal trespass and there's a deadly weapon allegation. Because of that, it kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor and you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay? All right, please.
On July 12th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a suspicious person with a weapon call at the Union Pacific Rail Terminal. It's the terminal on the east side of town. It's 50 rail lines in a row parallel. The location has multiple no trespassing signs in a stay. When officers arrived, the defendant was standing between railroad tracks, and officers observed her to have a pistol in her pants. Officers took control of the pistol. It was not in a holster. A witness stated that she observed video.
You guys are all talking about how old and young you are, but Legal was born in 1933. And Legal, it's time for you to let everybody find you. It's time. It's been long enough. Everybody's wondering.
Video of the defendant waving a gun around in her hand, but no one was close enough to hear what she was yelling. The witness stated that she had a gun in her hand and did not point it at anybody.
Was she trespassing?
Yes, Your Honor. She was in the rail, like the part where there's a whole bunch of train tracks. There's no one supposed to be in that because of safety. Trains tend to.
Was she warned that she couldn't be there, or
it's a fenced area, Your Honor?
so she's inside the fence of
Yes. In the actual terminal where the trains are. It's not. No one's supposed to be inside, or no humans are supposed to be inside.
Okay. So, ma'am, tell me about yourself. What do you do these days? How old are you? Okay. What do you do in life?
right now, what I'm doing, I just stay with my,
Guys, go ahead.
I just stay with my brother and I work at a dairy shop.
Okay. What happened? You said that you were admitted into a location.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me more about that?
It's in behavioral health.
Okay. Did you admit yourself?
Sir, I was going through emotional state of mind and I was walking on the highway naked. So they ended up taking me to the hospital. I stayed at the hospital, then they transferred me.
Okay. Are you taking any medication?
Yes, sir, I
Okay,
am.
take it. Good things happen when you take it. The problem is that, and we see it so much that people start taking medication, they start to feel good, right? You know, I feel good. I don't need it anymore. I'm just going to stop taking it. And boom, what happens? The cycle starts happening again. If you take the medication and continue to take it, good things happen. So keep taking it. I am making that a condition of your bond now. I want you to take it, and I'm ordering you to continue to do it. Okay? The only other thing I'm gonna ask you to do is no weapons. As long as you can abide by these two things and stay in contact with Aaron, because he's the lawyer that we've given you, good things will happen for you. Did you graduate from high school?
I'm currently taking an online course at Penn Foster. I've really been doing it since I was 19. It's this last essay. I'm just very.
I am also making that a condition. You and I are going to work together to make sure that you get your high school diploma. You cannot be rolling around in life without, at the very minimum, that, because you're never going to make any money. You'll never get a good job. You have to have it. So what we're going to do is I'm setting your case off for 2 weeks from today. And I want you to start looking into finishing up your GED classes. Okay. If you need any kind of resources whatsoever, ask Aaron, and we have the managed assigned counsel division that can help you with resources.
Yes, sir.
If you need anything, we can help you out with it. Well, we can't unless you ask for it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. All I'm asking you to do is take the medicine, no weapons, and let's get your GED.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to set you off 2 weeks. I want you to come back to show me what you've done. Got it?
Got it.
All right. If you do this, you and I will be best friends.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what I want. And if that happens between us, there are going to be rainbows everywhere. All right? Okay. Good luck, Mr. Thank you. Can you file those conditions? No, it'll be with state. Aaron, please, you cannot leave until you sign the bond conditions, okay? Okay, all right, that's it. All right. Thank you, Ms. Stewart. And I'll reinstate the bond. Huh? Oh, you want a cause number?
Yes.
It's 251-9512. Yeah, Twyla Stewart. Reinstate the bond. No, reinstate the bond. It's in warrant status now. Okay, Amy. Hi, Ricardo. Sorry to keep
Guys,
you
I'm
waiting.
approaching on a fugitive case, Mr. Malachi Bowles. Judge, I'm here requesting a bond, a fugitive bond, so he can get out and go handle his business in Orlando, Florida.
Okay, position?
Judge, the state would be, the state does not see any criminal history at this time for this defendant.
So let's talk with him. I'm not opposed.
Okay.
Let's talk with him to figure out what amount.
Sure.
He's looking for grand theft at 20,000.
I saw it. Is it a BMW? Is it a Mercedes? What is it?
We don't know.
A Tesla truck? I hope it's one of those.
I tried to call the DJ earlier, even just for a gunshot. They said I needed a records request.
Okay, just we'll have him bring him out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him know.
Bring him out.
Okay. Ms. Chisholm. Hey,
Plea for Mr. Perez.
okay.
He's going in.
Got it. Okay, come up, Mr. Perez.
Counsel, what's the first name?
Joette. Come up, come on. It's one case, right?
Yes, Judge.
There's 4 people named Perez on the docket, Judge.
Yeah, it's Joel Perez. All right. Good morning, Mr. Perez. Good morning. You speak English, right?
Sir.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. So there's 2 cases.
I'm sorry, that one's getting dismissed.
Yeah, okay. So as part of the plea bargain agreement, it's 30 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What happens if you get pulled over and you smell like alcohol again, Mr. Perez?
Get another DWI, 30, or
What happens then?
prison.
With your criminal history, if you get pulled over, because you've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 priors. If you get pulled over, do you think an officer is going to be nice to you? No chance in HE double hockey sticks. Don't give them a reason. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, they're going to charge you with a felony offense. You're looking at 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. So don't smoke, don't drink when you get into a car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's that easy. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement today, you can never change.
How do you have 7 DUIs and not be in jail? Did I miss something? I was putting my little thing on. I had to take my headphones off. He has 7 DUIs and he's not in jail? Or is that a she? It's a he. I don't understand.
It's going on your record. It'll be there and forever. It's even there after you die.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
It's,
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 30 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 1 year. Don't drive until you get a license. And good luck to you, sir. Okay. And he's going in now. Okay. All right. Good luck.
Mr. Malachi.
Mr. Malachi, don't talk to people. There's no reason for you to talk to anyone else but me. Come on up.
He wants you too, Malachi. He wants
How's
you
jail?
too.
I really like it.
Good. I'm glad you don't like it. That's a good thing. If you don't like it, then that means, and what we hope, is that you will comply with the rules that you're supposed to, because when you do, good things happen. And when you don't, the sentences get longer, the bars get colder. Jail's not supposed to be fun. You're wanted out of what state?
Florida judge.
You're wanted out of Florida for, is it,
Not more than 20K and less than 100,000.
that's what you're wanted for. And you want me to set you a bond. Okay? What other prior criminal history does he have?
Judge, we're not seeing any criminal history at this time.
There's the only identifiers that are, for whatever reason in the system, is his date of birth. So whenever we run it, we're able to pull up his driver's license. And then whenever we run it through the NCIC, TCIC system, it shows no identifiable record for that individual. So I have a decent level of confidence that he has no criminal history. I can confirm it 100% because we don't have.
Are you on probation with this case in Florida, or is it just an open case?
No, sir. I wasn't aware I had a warrant until I got pulled over.
Do you show it's an old case? Is it a new case?
Early June of this year.
So, a month ago?
Yeah, it was issued last month.
So, Mr. Bowles, here's the deal. You want me to set you a bond? I will. But what's required of you is you must go turn yourself into Florida. Is there a bond set or no bond set?
No bond at this time, Judge.
Okay, so you have to go turn yourself into Florida. We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to do that. If you do that within that time, this fugitive case against you gets dismissed. If you fail to do that, you understand that you're an adult. There are decisions, there are consequences with your decision. I will not set you another bond. If you fail to go to Florida, that's okay. I'm going to revoke this bond. I will set it at 0. You will not get another one. And I will issue a warrant. We're going to get you. This time I will physically hold you in custody until Florida comes and gets you, which could be a long time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you make it to Florida?
Yes, sir.
Do not get on a plane. Do not get on anything like that because they're going to arrest you. You still have an outstanding warrant in Florida. We're just letting you post bond to go do it instead of waiting for Florida to come get you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
How much now?
Judge, because no criminal history's been presented, I'm gonna assume he's got no criminal history and therefore, and this case was just filed a month ago. So I would ask for a $300 bond.
I'm not gonna do 300 when it's a $20,000 to $100,000. I mean, it's gotta be a little bit more skin in the game than that. What do you guys state? What do you say, Stephen?
Judge, we'll defer to your judgment on that. I don't really have a solid number on it. We've had a lot more experience with setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judge, if I may, he is still presumed innocent over there, so, I mean, this just affords him the first opportunity to go take care of it. If he doesn't do that, then, yeah, they'll go higher, but this is the first opportunity.
Well, he's a flight risk. I mean, we have to figure that, you know, you have to have enough skin in the game that we know that you're gonna head to Florida. I mean, I'm not out to skin your life, but I wanted to know.
Who posted a higher bond today? Michael or this guy?
I want you to understand that if you fail to go, there are very serious consequences.
Yes, sir, I completely understand.
So I'll set your bond at $2,500, okay? When you do get out, go directly to Florida. Don't sit and wait till the last day of 2 weeks, because as Murphy's Law dictates, what can happen will happen, and I don't care. If you fail to go there, I will revoke the bond, set it at 0, and then you'll be stuck.
Judge, just considering that he has to pay the full 100%, that's a big amount. Would you consider going at 1,000?
It's 1% of what he has in Florida, you know? The way I figure is that you're wanted for $20,000 to $100,000. I set it at a mere fraction of that. I mean, if he's unable to do it, then we can talk, all right? But for now, I'll set it at 2,500, okay? All right, good luck, Mr. Bowles.
Thank you.
Craig. Well, just Will brought in.
I'm guessing he didn't cook dinner, because remember when her day was over, he had no idea what dinner was. Yeah, he didn't cook dinner. Michael, it doesn't matter if you were very busy at work. That doesn't matter. She wants pork chops tonight with rice-a-roni and corn. That's what she wants. Okay? Do that.
Hey, okay. Tracy, do you have the cause number on that? The arraignment? You got it? Okay. Is it Gregorin Mosley?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mosley, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. Mr. Mosley, you must understand this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. If you ever run from the cops again, you will be facing a felony charge. They can use this to enhance you to a felony charge. And then if you have other felony convictions, they can just continue to enhance you and then enhance you and then enhance you. Do you have any prior criminal
I'll read
history?
them for her. It's fine.
Judge, he has a few trips to prison, I believe.
Do you?
Yes.
I mean, they could really sock you with like a 5 to life, man. You'd be looking at a 1st-degree felony. You run from the cops. I'll be very careful. You know, minimum 5 years. It's not. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this, undo this. You understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days you've done. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Okay, Will, you ready? Oh, we're waiting? All right. Mr. Lumumba, come on up. Is it Lumumba? Lumumba.
No. No. Seriously? Are you a sheriff? Listen, guys, you need to stop talking about drugs. He might or might not be a sheriff with the long arm of the law. Okay, we're not in his jurisdiction, Fozzie, you are. But did Victoria marry a sheriff? That's hilarious. I think that's awesome. I did not know that.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Sir, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and any abuse of the state of Texas. If you can
He's not a sheriff. He has no power here.
not afford a lawyer be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Judge, is this on docket today?
No, let me give you the cause number. It's an arraignment. Are you ready? It's 252-1189. Tell me when you're ready, Jason.
Okay, Judge, I'm ready.
All right, go to it.
On July 23rd, 2024, officers, while stopped at a red light at an intersection in Harris County, observed a vehicle remained stopped at the intersection after the light turned green, which prompted officer to make contact with the vehicle. Officer observed the driver, the defendant, to be asleep in the driver's seat with the engine on, the gear in drive, his foot on the brake, and that he was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Upon making contact with the defendant, the officer observed a mild odor of alcohol beverage emitting from the defendant's breath and body odor, watery eyes, and poor balance. The defendant agreed to standard field sobriety tests, 6 out of 6 for the HGN. The defendant then refused to perform the walk and turn and the one-leg stand. DIC was read. The defendant did not consent to providing a breath sample and did not sign the DIC 24. Blood warrant was generated and issued.
But he's dressed for court, guys. Look at how nice he looks. Innocent. You're free to go.
Got it. You mind checking to see if he has any prior DWIs, guys? Okay. Mr. Lumumba, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Not yet, sir.
Do you have any license?
I do.
Where from?
New Hampshire,
Where do you live now?
Texas.
How long have you lived here?
3 months. I'm supposed to do my driver license, my permit for Texas, like this week. I've just been waiting for my appointment.
Okay. I am now making the condition that you surrender the New Hampshire license and get a Texas driver license if you're planning on making this your domicile. You have 2 weeks from the date of that decision to move here to get that done, typically. But now I'm making it a condition. You must get a Texas driver license. If you do not, I will take your privilege to drive away from you and you will be barred from driving at all.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or drugs, I will put you in jail. I will revoke the bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Boutte, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do not pick up any new cases.
We all are.
No drugs, no alcohol. Get your Texas driver license and all will be well. All right?
Sounds good, sir.
Okay. For now, we'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll go trace your bond conditions, and then after that, you'll be free to go. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thanks. All right. Come up, sir. Come on up.
I got him and I got 2 others. One's a plea.
It's okay.
And then I got the kid you threw in jail 2 days ago. If you remember him.
No. But
I'll remind you. It's the donors.
good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, sir.
So I wanted to just give you a heads up of what's going on. You've been in jail for quite a while, but you have to understand that when you're on parole, one of the things that they tell you is to behave yourself. And when you don't, they issue motions to revoke your parole, or what's called a blue warrant, quote unquote. In your case, you picked up a felony assault because you had picked up that case. And I think that you also have the case out of New Orleans as well. Baton Rouge. Because of both of those things, they issued a motion to revoke your parole. So basically, while that motion to revoke your parole is pending, everything is put on hold, right? The time for New Orleans to come get you is put on hold. The first thing that has to happen is that the Harris County case has to get taken care of. Correct. Once that happened, then the next thing happened where parole has to be taken care of. Now, from what we've been discovering more and more, it takes forever and a day for parole to do anything. And as you see, it took them a whole month for them to release that parole hold.
What was your hearing?
I didn't. They didn't even take me to one.
So you waived it?
No, I
Reason
tried
is-
to go to revocation, but they said it was no need because they found out that the young lady was lying on me. So
Well, I don't know about that, right? Ultimately, the case was dismissed. I don't know why it was dismissed. Because that case was dismissed, that's why they released the hold, okay? But the fact remains, you were still wanted out of New Orleans. Okay? I said Baton Rouge last time, did I not?
He said,
Did I say New Orleans? Man, I don't know. I didn't get to run today, you know, and that messes up everything.
It's part of life, don't worry.
God damn rain. We'll blame it on the blame it on the rain. Oh God, that's who is that? Don't even go there.
So if I may interrupt,
Please.
if I may interrupt, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I got out of prison in 2022. I was down there for like 6 months or whatever. They got me out, and that case is being looked at as being overturned. That's why I'm out. And they called Baton Rouge and asked them whether they come to get me. Baton Rouge told them then they wasn't coming to get me. They've told my family repeatedly, and they said it's the whole county. They're not coming down here to get me because
That's what we are going to do now, and that's what I was reaching out to the state to do. So what I told Greg asked me to set you a bond. And the thing about it is that we have so many people from Louisiana in jail here that we literally have buses coming 2 times a week to pick up prisoners to take them back to Louisiana. What I was going to do is we were just going to roll it to tomorrow, and I was going to have Amy reach out to Baton Rouge, see if they were going to actually come and get you. Right? If they're not going to, or if they're going to take 2 weeks, I will set you a bond. Okay. But if they're going to come, you know, by Monday, then I'm going to let them come get you. Okay. So but first things first, let's see if they're even going to come do that. All right. So I want to give, because I have to give them their chance to do it. And, you know, the hold was released. Nevertheless, I mean, what, you know,
Yesterday, Judge.
oh, was it really?
Yeah, just yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was released in 6. Oh, no, that was the date of the dismissal. So I have to give them a little bit of time, right? So reach out if you can later today, see what they're going to do. We'll roll your case to tomorrow. Hopefully that they're able to get in contact with them, and then we'll go from there.
It's been a long 11 months.
I know.
It's tired.
You know, the problem is that, you know, in life, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. Hanging out with someone, you done caught the assault, the felony assault. Perhaps there's a lesson there. Who are you hanging out with? Right?
Yeah, sir. You're
I don't know.
absolutely correct.
So be careful who you hang out with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to
For
be.
now, we'll roll you tomorrow to see what Louisiana says. And we'll go from there. Okay. All right, Mr. Johnson. For sure. Of course.
Good morning.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Mr. Johnson. Almost Ricardo.
I mean, if he wants, I've got a plea, and then I got the Miguel Garcia.
Your plea. Gobert?
If it's ready, yes.
We're ready. Come on. Come up, Mr. Gobert.
But I am gonna need Garcia to come out. He's the kid that tested positive for cocaine twice. And he had-
Yeah, we'll bring him up. Please. Milli Vanilli, that's what it was. All right, Mr. Gobert.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gobert, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have reached an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. It's even there after you die. This is important because if you pick up another case, I'm sorry, not if you pick up another, well, yes, if you pick up another case, what we're doing today, the 3 days credit for 2, it's not going to happen again. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that with a prior DWI on your record, if you get pulled over, first thing an officer does, they're going to run your background. If they see that you have a prior DWI and they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol on your breath, what do you think they're going to do? Right. Whether you're drunk or not, don't matter. The smell alone will be enough. So don't give them a reason. If you want to get lit, fantastic. Just don't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. And once you plead guilty, you can't change this. You are stuck like this forever. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to do it for the minimum, which is 90 days. I will also roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. You're just going to walk out of here. Just don't get into a car again, especially if you've had alcohol. You're going to be right back with us. All right?
Your Honor, I was going to ask, would you run his, just kind of remind me of his surcharge of the DPS? He had the.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll have you see the clerk and good luck to you, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, sir. Mr. Garcia, coming up. How's jam?
It's not good, sir. Out of the 2 days that I've been in,
You don't get it though.
no, it's not.
I don't know what we need to do. Who do you have floating around in your life now?
I'm sorry?
Who do you have in your life?
I got everybody, my mom, my dad, my uncle.
Do they know what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Have you spoken to them lately?
Yes, sir. I spoke to my mom.
When?
Yesterday and the day I got here. She's just been with me through the whole thing right now.
Say that again?
She's been with me through the whole thing right now.
Have you spoken to mom and dad or anyone? Okay. Do you mind reaching out to them
Sure.
and letting them know what's happening and that he's in jail? I'm not letting you out. I want to figure out where we go from here. I tried to get you to do this on your own. It's not working. Last time you bailed on me when I told you to take a drug test. That doesn't tell me good things. And then when I send you for a drug test, you test positive for cocaine. And at your age, no, sir, not going to happen. So we got to figure out where we're going to go from here. I mean, I don't want to keep you in forever.
Oh, yes, sir.
But we need to figure out, if I let you out, I know what's going to happen. History tells me what's going to happen. So I'm just not letting you out on your own.
Okay.
And the fact that you don't have anyone here with you tells me, I don't know what kind of structure you have in your life. Until I figure that out, you were going to stay with me. So I'm going to have Greg reach out to mom and dad and see what we can do. I'm going to see if they can come here, hang out with us here to figure out what kind of plan
What
we
did
can
I
make for you.
do?
Do you understand?
When you want me to reset it?
Sometime next week, early next week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. If you could reach out to
I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure.
whatever day you want, I don't care. But if you can reach out to mom and dad,
Yeah.
see if they can come here and we'll figure out a plan from there.
Yeah, my mom speaks both and then my dad speaks only Spanish.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but what do
If
you
need
speak?
help, I can give you a translator too. You know, just come to me, ask me for money and I'll give you money and we can,
We need a
you
translator.
know, give you an investigator
I'll
or
try to get mom and
whatever.
kind of go from there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll ask the state to look at, it's his brother, this case against his brother. So.
I understand.
Yeah.
Have fun, man.
There's no research on Mr.
Okay, man.
Take care.
Have fun.
Well, Judge, I don't think there's any chance in heck that he's gonna bond out.
That's not here though. I mean,
I think it's at least $250,000 or $500,000 bond, and it's more than likely gonna go.
do you know how many times that I've been surprised where they set a bond at $500,000 and they still get out? We had a kid, 18, charged with murder. They set the bond at $4 million and he got out.
Probably
he
not after
posted-
today. If you read the paper, the bonding companies have, the one bad one, have been raided by the FBI, and there were 50 people.
I saw that on the news yesterday.
That's gonna limit.
Yeah. It was a bonding company?
It was a bonding company, yeah.
Only bonds.
How old are you, bud?
17.
17. You gotta watch out in life, man. You got but one life, you know? Who you hang out with dictates so much in this world. And when you dig yourself a deep, deep hole, no more Xbox, no more Fortnite, no more McDonald's, no more sunshine. Gotta watch out, Mr. Lopez. Just, life's a precious thing, you know, really. And I gotta say, at 17, with what you're charged with, you scare me. You truly scare me. Your bond now is set at $100 with us, and they gave you a PR bond. I'm sorry, but with what you're charged with, and I hope that the person makes it. You know, just for the allegation is that someone was shot in the head. They're in a coma now. I hope that they survive for your sake, because if not, capital murder, life without parole, ever at 17. And I'm going to tell you that, you know, because I'm a judge, I get to read special things. You know, we get to read special things. We get to see special things. And from what I read about what happens in prisons, it had me so scared and so just, I was on the verge of tears reading how they treat people in prison. Like they treat them like a literal doll, passing them around. And there are parts in TDC that are so bad that officers won't even go there because they're scared themselves, you know? Be careful what you do in life. You only got but one. That's it, Mr. Lopez, you know? For now, I guess I'll just set it at 5,000, but I'm not going to give him a PR bond, you know? And then if you do get out, if you do somehow post bond, I'm going to order you under home confinement and not to be out without a GPS monitor. I'm going to order you not to be with any co-defendants, no weapons. You understand?
Sir.
Okay. I wanted to bring you out to let you know what's happening. You know, with us, you have just a gun case. Upstairs, you've got 2 agrobs in the possession of a controlled substance. But because it's your case, it's only fair for you to know what's happening with every part of it. For now, I guess we'll just play the waiting game to see what happens in your felony cases. This case will kind of just be swallowed up with those. And we'll just play the waiting game to see how that plays out upstairs. Good luck, Mr. Lopez. I really hope that the person survives for your sake, because I want you to have another chance at life. It's precious, man. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Excuse.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Not happy with you, Mr. West. First, you pick up a criminal mischief, and then you take off. We give you a bond, and then now you pick up a new case, a criminal trespass. And what happens? You bail on us again. I've set your bond, each is at 5,002 because of the continual failures to. He goes with you.
Oh, he goes with you. No. I think legal has a thick Southern accent. Bail. Oh my gosh, maybe his real name is Bill. Is your name Bill? Do you like that sweet tea?
Tell me Ms. Stewart left without signing her conditions.
No, she signed.
She just signed them? Okay.
I made a copy for her.
So we have on 412, possession of marijuana. We have possession of a controlled substance. 721, you pick up an unlawful carrying of a weapon while intoxicated, and another felony possession of marijuana. I'm sorry. 721, you pick up a felony possession of marijuana, DWI with a child, and now you've picked up the next day an unlawful carrying of a weapon.
No, sir, that happened all together, sir.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Yes, sir.
All I know is that you are now on your 6th case. Please.
On July 21st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for continuously failing to maintain a single lane of traffic and almost striking multiple vehicles in traffic cones and driving in 2 lanes at a time. The defendant was ID'd as the driver, and officers observed a small amount of marijuana on his lap. Officers also observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the defendant admitted to consuming 2 to 3 shots and smoking marijuana prior to driving. An adult female was in the passenger front seat and a 4-year-old.
And you have an affidavit that I ordered you not to drive.
And a 4-year-old child was in the car seat in the back seat. The scene was moved to a well-lit gas station, and the defendant was observed to have an odor of marijuana coming from his person, an odor of
Smoking dope in the car with a 4-year-old child? I'm sorry, a 4-month-old?
No, sir.
4-year-old, but there was marijuana on his lap, and then officers smelled marijuana.
No, sir, I was not smoking in the car, sir.
Don't.
But we
say
see
anything.
Victoria.
Mr. Walker, I am now going to serve you with a hearing as to why I shouldn't hold you in contempt of court. You promised me you wouldn't drive. You signed an affidavit with me that you wouldn't drive. And now you've picked up a DWI with a child passenger. You are now looking at 180 days in jail. I am now revoking your bonds, and I'm setting them all at $15,000. And I'm going to serve you with a new lawsuit as to whether I shouldn't hold you in contempt.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable how he would get another general order bond. You said there was the odor of marijuana in the car, and how old was the child?
4, but an inventory search also recovered 130.8 grams of marijuana and 18.2 grams of mushrooms, 64.4 grams of THC liquid, 42.9 grams of liquid in vape pens, and then 1.2 grams of Xanax and a gun. So.
I find that you are a complete and utter danger to society, Mr. Walker. You refuse to comply with bond conditions. And I don't know if now CPS should get involved with your case, but I'm also now going to reach out to my staff lawyers to see if that's something that I should also have looked into, whether that baby is protected or whether CPS shouldn't get involved, because you have a complete whole host of 4 to 5 illegal drugs with a 4-year-old in the car. Does it say anything where the 4-year-old was buckled up, running loose?
In the back seat. So the baby was in the car seat.
Unbelievable. So on the possession of marijuana, on the possession of a controlled substance, on the new gun case, all at 15,000, please. Yeah.
And Your Honor.
Or I don't know, maybe I'm going to do higher. I don't know. I'm going to go.
I was just gonna say procedurally, it looks like we charged him first for UCW law in talks under clause 2520890 That was no PC, so the actual case that we have in our court, the new law violation, is the order of PC on 2521021.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing PC on the new gun case that he just caught.
Correct. So I filed dismissal on that UCW law, and thought it's just a refile of that case.
I see.
Yeah.
Who dismissed that one? The magistrate?
I filed dismissal just.
I mean,
Oh, hold on.
He did get another kid. The judge did get another kid. Here's what happened. Some guy came in. I can't remember what his charges was. It doesn't matter. The judge said something like, I'm going to bring you in here and test you so much. It's going to be like, oh God, what did he say exactly? Legal, help me out. Lena's help me out. He said it's going to be like you're another one of my kids. So that's why he has 5 kids now. I can't remember his exact words. However, today's Friday. Judge isn't working tomorrow, so I will get that clip and I will make sure I get that piece for tomorrow.
PC was magistrate.
that's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think probably 15,000 is just,
That was the other guy in a
yeah.
relationship.
I mean, I'm going to set it
That's
at
the other
30,000
guy.
on all of your cases, Mr. Walker. Like I said, I think that you're an utter, complete danger to society. You refuse to comply with bond conditions. You promised me you wouldn't drive, and here you are. You picked up a DWI with a child.
Driving first, sir.
I'm not going to talk about the case. I will appoint you a lawyer today, but
How was your Chipotle last night, Victoria? Isn't that creepy? That's creepy that I just said that. Now I feel like a creep. Michael told me.
so I need you to do conditions that if he is released, he is not to have any contact with the 4-year-old child.
Yep.
He is not to drive. GPS monitor prior to release. Home confinement. Only to go to a doctor or to meet with a lawyer. No weapons. No drugs, no alcohol. He will be if he does bond out, he will be required to appear every Monday and Thursday to take a drug test. Anything else? Family? Anything else?
Judge, we'll defer to the court.
I think that's it, right? What we do? And then no driving. Yeah. He goes with you.
For both of his UCW.
So
and his
the,
possession of controlled substance.
That was the other guy. That was the other
all of them,
guy.
yeah.
We'll get both of them.
Well, no, there's only 3, right?
There's 3, and then there's one that was no PC.
Right.
All right, guys, everybody who came late. I have like a 6-minute clip at the beginning, and then I have something in the middle that I have no words to explain. So if you're late, just go back because it's worth it. Today it's worth it to go back. It's really, I don't even know how to describe it. You're not even going to know why anybody's in court until the very end. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Today's Friday. Yoo-hoo, we made it to the end of the week. Well, you guys did. Fozzie, how many more days do you have to work? Fozzie works long weeks and then gets off long weeks. Imagine that. Victoria, get to work so that we can see you. You look very pretty in white right there. Like, like, I don't know, like you're in charge of the courtroom. You're dressed in white. Yeah, it's Thursday for me, but everybody else thinks it's Friday. I don't know why. Oh, Fozzie's off, guys. Everybody run. Fozzie's going to be playing World of Warcraft. I know, Jasmine. What's he gonna wear? Let's pick a color, guys. I'm going with cream. I'm gonna say that the judge's coat, it will be cream, but he'll have a dark shirt on. Floral. Yeah. CJ thinks it's floral. All right. I don't know what prapple is. Someone translate prapple. Oh, purple. Purple, I bet. Linus, respect the judge. Yay, Casey. It's my favorite, Crystal. I like the light blue coat. That's my favorite. I think it's because that's the first time I saw him. He was in that. I don't know. Chartreuse polka dots. That oh, it's Friday. He's gonna be not in cream. I'm sorry, it's Friday. He's gonna be spectacular. I think it's gonna be black and white. I just don't know what pattern. Victoria thinks it's gonna be plaid. We shouldn't argue with Victoria because she has knuckle sandwiches. Beck, come on now. He's never gonna wear that. Does he have a robe? Floral might be it. That would be pretty cool. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't think we're ever gonna see that day. I doubt that do you know what your coworkers are gonna wear to work? That would be weird if you did. Victoria, what's the restaurant in Houston with the peacocks roaming around? What? No. No. Aren't they, like, mean? Yep. Rated E for everyone. Hi, Tina P. You are late. Rewind it. You're gonna love it. I'm serious. I loved it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna love it. What? There used to be a bank in Alvin with an alligator on display? No. Oh, doctor. Oh, doctor. Doctor's watching it live on on his television. Are they though? Legal? Are they? I heard they were mean. The Peacock Hotel in Memphis has ducks. Yeah, Todd, that's what I'm thinking. Oh. All right, guys. I'm going to take a nap before Judge starts. He does start today. It's Friday. I'm going to try to get a nap in before Judge starts. And hi, JoJo. I will see you guys in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. If not, I will see you tomorrow, Saturday. Um, all right. I'm not going to say yes or no. I mean, they're allowed gifts under a certain dollar amount. We think it's $50. We're not 100% sure about that. So technically, yes. I'm a tiny bit worried about because he's a public servant and if you want to, go for it. He has an ethics committee that he can talk to if there's a problem, if he thinks there's a problem. So, yeah, I mean, if it's I would definitely make sure it's definitely under $50. And you just said it was $10. That's perfect. I mean, he's a big boy. He can figure it out. Victoria will tell him what to do. Send it to Victoria. I mean, yeah, the ethics committee, he can work with them and figure out because everybody wants to send him gifts. So go to the website, go to court. He's in Harris County, Texas, Court 5 on the 9th floor. So make sure his name is on it. Make sure it says 9th floor. I don't know. Go to the Harris County website, the Harris County District Court or whatever. Just Google their website. You'll see Victoria's name on the page with the address. She's right up top. Right, Victoria? You are up top. So don't do what I did. I just sent them something and I didn't put anybody's name on it. But they got it. Just like Fozzie, I put a completely different street address on his shirt and he got it. I'm gonna put something in the mail just to see if someone gets it. I know everybody wants to send Judge gifts, so he's just gonna have to figure this out. Yes, Harris County District Court. But all right, I'm gonna go take a nap. Texas. Texas. Hold on. Hold on. I'll just look. I'll just grab it. Here's the address. I mean, the URL that has the address. And you know what? It's here. I'm here. My mouse is here. Here's the address. 9th floor is there. Make sure it says 9th floor and then put Judge Fleischer's name on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with sending a card. Bryden, hello. There you go, Casey. Don't go to work today. Work is overrated. Everybody call in. I can't call in though because we have a band coming in. We do, yeah. You know what? We should all take that address and send him a love letter, not a hate letter. Tell him how good of a job he's doing. Just send him some mail. It only takes a second and a stamp. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? He would love it to see how many places in the world are watching him with these letters. He would love that. Every different state, he would probably get stoked. He would love that. He would get stoked about that. No one's sending you babies, Donald. Why are you asking for babies, Donald? Oh, that would be so cool, Linus. 99. No, confuse him. Send him 98. So much. He deserves it. So much. Yep. All right. Linus, Fozzie, Michael, if you're still here, I'll see you in a little bit. Victoria, get to work. I'm going to take a nap. And guys, be good. Behave. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming out. Mods, thank you so much for working so hard. I appreciate it. Chat, thank you so much for just making everything so much better. That clip was good, but the chat was way, way better. Bye, guys.